Hey guys, it's Billy's RC here, and today's video I'm going to be going over my 1-year setup on my Losi 8E buggy. So it's been officially a year since I've had this buggy, and to be honest guys, I really enjoy the thing. I've raced it for about almost 10 of those months, and in my time racing it, I've learned a lot in A-scale buggies. Lots of like tuning options on how to really tune A-scale cars, and I'm just going to take you guys really through my whole setup really. So to start, what we are running here, this buggy overall, just saying right before I actually go into it, has had a whole entire host of upgrades and changes on this thing, including some unnecessary things like the wing. So the first upgrade that I did on this thing was actually to replace the body, and it is a Losi 8E 4.0 body, which was the latest at the time for Team Losi Racing. And for tires, we are running the Proline Invaders, and as well for the wing, we are just running the Team Losi Racing 4.0 black wing. So I'm running a TLR suspension setup in the front with some 8 3.0 shocks, with the addition of an 8 4.0 shock tower. And really I only got the 8 4.0 shock tower because it actually had a little bit more tuning options to it. There's some more drilled out holes that I could actually use. I haven't used them yet, but I do plan on using them whenever I do a little bit of just testing out on the track when I do get some time for that. So that covers it for the front. And for the rear, we have a similar story. We are running, again, a Team Losi Racing suspension setup. Same shocks, Team Losi Racing 3.0 shocks, with the addition of a 3.0 tower. That's just because I went with the one that actually Horizon Hobby recommended to actually get instead of me. But if it was me now, I would have gotten the 4.0 one. But so far, I think the rear suspension setup is actually pretty good. It's actually thinner than it is in the front. I'm running 30 weight shock oil in the rear and 45 in the front, just to kind of make it easier whenever I actually go to other tracks and race. So yeah, let's actually get under the hood now. And I also did another modification to the body and chassis a little bit. If you notice right here, there's a little black bar right there, and really what that is just a Velcro strap. I did it to both sides just to increase or to decrease body chatter, kind of stuttered there. But looking under this thing, it is a really nice setup underneath here, and I'm actually gonna put you guys at a better angle so you can actually see it better. So in here we are running a pretty clean setup, I'd say. Really not that fancy of one really. I'm just running kind of a basic setup, as you guys can see in here. Nothing too over the top, well maybe except the motor, but that's pretty much it. So I guess starting with the ESC, kind of the heart of this whole thing, we are running the Hobbywing Max 8 ESC, not the XR8, but just the Max 8 ESC. Really just because I wanted a cheaper option and go with other than Castle. It's not censored, but I really don't have a need for censored right now, just because I like sensor less better, because that's all I've really been driving my whole life, and I know how to drive it well. So very reliable, hasn't burnt up, haven't had any heat issues yet, which is good, and I've only had it for like a few weeks now, and I've driven it for a couple races, and I think it's actually pretty nice. So for the motor, obviously you guys can see it's a Castle can, you know, the traditional green can that they give it in. This is the Castle Mamba Monster 2200 kV brushless motor, which is nice because this thing has a ton of power, so if I want to bash this thing and put on some, you know, basher tires, I can go out and bash it. So that's pretty cool. For the servo, we are running the Savox SC12 58TG in there. It's a pretty underpowered servo for most people, I'd say. It's good enough for me. It's got plenty of torque from my standards, and it does have a really, I'd say it has some really good speed. Some people will actually not like the speed as much for some of you pro guys out there, but for just, you know, just for some general use or just some time out on the track, this thing is more than enough. So yeah, that's really all I'm running for underneath here, guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little video. Just kind of wanted to give you an update on my Losi 8E. So yeah, I'm not gonna throw this thing out anytime soon unless something like crazy happens to this thing and it's like just screwed beyond repair, or you know, if just find something better. But I am in the hunt for a new nitro buggy, guys, because my my 8 Losi has kind of bummed out, and it's not really that great anymore. So I'm on the hunt for one. Just tell me what you think in the comments, and tell me what you thought about this whole car. Do you like the setup in here? What would you change? Does it look cool to you guys? Does it look nice? Does the parts make it look pretty good? Because I think it does. I mean, those Team Losi racing shock towers and shocks just kind of bring out the look of this thing. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.